So two of our finals completed. Next up, history in the making. Sinisuka Ginting up against Jonatan Christie. It's 22 years since a player from Indonesia won the men's singles title here at the Korean Open. As far as the Super Series standings are concerned, well, the big mover after this week in Seoul will be Son Wan-ho, the current world #1. He will go up from number 4 to number 2, up 2 places. And of course that will push the others further down. In fact, Shi Yu-chi will move down to number 5 because Ng Ka-long will go up 1 place to number 4. So there'll be a little bit of movement on the Super Series standings after this week. As far as the men's singles draw is concerned, well, it's 22 years since a player from Indonesia won the men's singles here. It is 23 years since both players in the final of the Korean Open were from Indonesia. And it's only the second time in history that at a Super Series tournament final, the two players contesting the men's singles final were both from Indonesia. The only other time, 2008 at the Indonesian Open. So this a huge occasion for two players who are today both contesting their first ever Super Series tournament final. History be made in all sorts of ways for Sinisuka Ginting. This is his first ever international tournament final. Most players start at a Future Series event or an international series, an international challenger, maybe a Grand Prix or a Grand Prix Gold. But no, Ginting has started at a Super Series, his first ever international tournament final. His opponent, Jonatan Christie, could today make history by becoming the youngest ever winner of a men's singles Super Series title. Currently, that record is held by Kento Momota at 20 years, 7 months and 11 days when he won the 2015 Singapore Open. Jonatan Christie turned 20 2 days ago. So he would break that record if he were to win and become the youngest ever champion in the men's singles discipline at a Super Series tournament. Well, for the 4th consecutive Super Series event this year, the men's singles final is contested by two players who are unseeded. That in itself is remarkable. As I say, he turned 22 days ago. He's currently 22 in the world ranking, but he has spent a total of 7 weeks at 19 in the world. Only making his second appearance at this event 2 years ago, he was promoted from the qualifying and reached the second round. But as you can see, 2 of his matches taken the full distance. That was in the first round against the 2008 winner, the left-handed Lee Hyun-il, and then in the quarter-final against the man who reached the final of the Indonesia Super Series, Sakai of Japan. Mention should be made of Coelho from Brazil, first ever player from Latin America to reach the second round of a Super Series men's singles. So Anthony Ginting, well, he is also 20 years of age, but he will turn 21 next month. Born in Cimahi, west of Bandung in West Java. He is currently 24 in the world ranking. He's been as high as 20. And he, like his opponent, has only played this tournament once previously. He lost in the qualifying 2 years ago to Takashita of Japan. This year, he's beaten the number 6 seed Ng Ka-long in the second round. And then in the semi-final yesterday against last year's beaten finalist, the world #1, Son Wan-ho, in 3 games. So what a tournament these two youngsters from Indonesia are having. This will only be the second meeting between the two players in international competition. The only time they've met previously, it was won by Jonatan Christie, and that was in the first round of the Malaysian Super Series in Kuching earlier this year. 2 straight games, just 33 minutes for that victory in Malaysia. So obviously a huge occasion for both of these men's singles players. So our court officials from Korea and Japan. Well, it's the second time this year we've had 2 players contest a Super Series men's singles final that have been from the same nation. The first time was at the Singapore Super Series when Sai Pranith beat Srikanth Kidambi, both players of course from India. Remarkable that for the 4th consecutive Super Series, and only the 14th time in history in the 11 years of the Super Series, we've had both players in the men's singles final that have not been seeded.
Sinisuka Ginting, Indonesia. Anthony Sinisuka Ginting to serve. Love all. Play.
So Anthony Sinisuka Ginting getting the final underway against Jonatan Christie. Well, 23 years ago here at the Korean Open in 1994, Adi Wiranata beat Hermawan Susanto in the first and only previous all-Indonesian final here at the Korean Open.
Three, low.
And as far as same nation finals in men's singles discipline at Super Series level, I've mentioned the 2 Indian players that did it this year at the Singapore. Ooh, service front court. That's very unusual for singles. Racket not pointing in a downward direction, he says. No, I wouldn't mind seeing that again. And obviously we won't. Yeah, so Denmark, the only other country apart from China and Indonesia, we have 2 players in the Super Series men's singles final. Two Danes, in case you're wondering. That was at the Denmark Open in 2008. Peter Gader beat Joachim Pearson. The 2 Indonesians contested the 2008 Indonesian Super Series final. Sonny Dwi Kunchoro beat Simon Santoso.
Service 6-2.
Very impressed with his net play yesterday, Anthony Ginting.
7-2.
Really makes a huge effort to take it as early as possible at the net. Tight spinning net shot forces a lift. There's another. Force the lift, and then the opportunity to attack. It's a very simple tactic. And it's a very effective tactic too.
9-2.
Wide. Oh, it's been a very good start for Ginting.
3-9.
No, that's gone long.
4-9.
Well, the last Super Series men's singles final to feature two players appearing in their first ever Super Series tournament final was the Hong Kong Open last year. Enkar Long beat Samir Verma in that final. Here, both players in their first ever final. And it's been a nervy start by this man, Jonatan Christie. Anthony Ginting looking in fine form at the moment. Only 5 minutes played to that 11-4 advantage. Of course, no coaching staff involved, because both players from the same nation. And the coaches just leave the players to their own devices, and that's quite right and proper. Can't have national coaches showing favouritism, and coaching one player and not the other.
5-11.
That's superb.
6-11. Service over. 12-6.
Well, he was early again. This time made the error. Yeah, I thought the strings had gone in the racket of Jonatan Christie. And of course, it's possible that players from Indonesia could take 3 titles here at the Korean Open. And apart from China, who have obviously on occasions won a clean sweep of titles, all 5 titles at the same Super Series. There's only Malaysia, Denmark, Korea and Japan. Japan at the Australian Open, the last Super Series event prior to this, won 3 titles at the one Super Series. It is possible that for the first time ever, players from Indonesia could take 3 titles at just one Super Series event. smash. Good use of the body smash. Oof. Well, the line judge indicated out, then indicated in, and therefore Jonatan Christie has challenged. What was the indecision by line judges? It's a little disconcerting for players. What does Hawkeye say? Says that in the end the line judge made the correct decision. Well, it was called in anyway, it wasn't a correction. Wild.
Service for 8-14.
Look at that movement though of Anthony Ginting. Good ball. Yeah. Good pressure from Jonatan Christie.
9-14.
Did well to get those first two back. Oh, it's landed miles in. Totally lost his spatial awareness there.
15-9.
Beautiful movement again to that round the head position. Leaping backwards, but still the racket head control to keep the shuttle in when hitting straight down the line. Look at that movement. Good judgment. Lets it drop wide.
17-9.
Well, this man fresh from winning gold at the Southeast Asian Games last month in Kuala Lumpur. It's overdone it.
18-9.
Just wide.
Service of 10-18.
So far in the lead, I don't think it's worth a challenge. Yeah, it was out.
Oh! 11-18. Service of
So 2 points away from his opening game. Anthony Sinisuka Ginting. Yeah, clearly long.
Service of 12-19.
Well, we had an unseeded player win the title here last year, didn't we? Xiao Bin beating the now world #1 Sung Won Ho in last year's final. Challenge here from Jonatan Christie.
Jonatan Christie.
He thought it was long of the back line. So no challenges left, but it's game point opportunity for his opponent anyway. 12 opportunities. Sorry, 8 opportunities to be precise. 2012. Oh. Yeah, changed his mind. At least it certainly looked that way. Opening game to Anthony Sinisuka Ginting, 21-13 in only 15 minutes. So what can Jonatan Christie do in response? It really wasn't that competitive in that opening game because Anthony Ginting was simply too good. And it's important, the man that celebrated his 20th birthday 2 days ago makes a better start to this second game. 9-2 down in the opening game, never recovered from that. Oh, great retrieving. That's amazing play from Ginting. Well, the first time I really watched this young man was at the Youth Olympic Games in Nanjing in 2014. He was a bronze medalist there. And I thought, what an exciting prospect he was. Look at that retrieving. And then the recovery. And he's quick too. Very quick.
2-1.
He's been promising for some considerable time to make a breakthrough in international terms. Prior to coming here, he'd been in 3 semi-finals at Super Series level. amazing, as I was saying during the opening game, he's never, prior to today, been in any international tournament final. His opponent has been in 5 prior to coming here to Seoul. Oh my goodness me! How on earth did he get that back? Pure instinctive racket work. The kill here from Christie. How on earth did he get that back? Fantastic. Good retrieving. Strings had gone in his racket, he knew it. Can't really hope to have any control with a smash with broken strings. Yeah, you can see the strings were already broken as he was about to play the shot. Too loose, trying to be too cute on the net shot, Ginting. Yeah, very loose, got what it deserved. Oh dear. First service error, I think, of the match. We've had a service fault, but first service error. Nice landed right in the corner, perfect. In case you're wondering what the difference is between a service fault and a service error, a service fault is a serve that's illegal. And if you remember, in the opening game, Anthony Ginting was judged not to have had his racket pointing in a downward direction. So that's a service fault. The service error is when you serve into the net or don't serve into court. Oh, he just seems in the zone at the moment, Ginting. Oh, look at that backhand. Well, until that final smash, he'd done everything right in that rally, Ginting. rally. Yeah, it's right back in this. Is Jonatan Christie.
6-7.
It's gone wide, one wide. There's a sideways drift from right to left as we look down on the court, so towards Jonatan Christie's backhand corner there. That one getting taken with the drift. So back level, 7-all. It's a good rally. Probing, testing rally.
8-7.
And the longest rally too, 40 shots. Well, no player from Indonesia has won a Super Series men's singles title since Sonny Dwi Kunchoro won the Singapore Super Series as a qualifier last year. And the 14 months wait is over because they're guaranteed, obviously, the title here in Korea. I just sense that his pace has dropped slightly. He did play incredibly quickly in that opening game. Pace of movement, pace of shot, and if that drops slightly, it will have a dramatic effect on his game. First time in since leading 1-love in this second game, he's back into the leads. Christie. Definitely a shift in momentum. Trying to up the intensity, Anthony Ginting, but making the error. And on a run of 4 straight points, it's Jonatan Christie who has a 3-point advantage at the mid-game interval of this second game. Well, I was saying it's 22 years since a player from Indonesia won the men's singles title here at the Korean Open. And back in 1995, it was Haryanto Abi who beat Fung Pamadi in the final. Fung Pamadi, also born in Indonesia, but was representing Chinese Taipei at the time. That's woken him up. No, he wants the court mopped of the perspiration.
11-8.
Umpire not allowing it for some reason.
Play.
How many times has he missed with his smashes here in this second game? It's costing him dear. It's getting wide as well.
Well,
This is 6 straight points now for Jonatan Christie. Has happened to Anthony Ginting. Finally, the run comes to an end.
Play.
Such a key, isn't it, to taking the shuttle early at the net, and especially if you can come from above the shuttle. Watch this. Yep, it's coming from above it rather than from underneath it. You've got so many options then. The opponent has to back off from the net, thinking it might be a push. That's well taken.
Service 15-10. Service 11-15.
record for Jonatan Christie. Just when you thought that Anthony Ginting was perhaps making a move to win this in 2 straight games. Oh, perfect net shot.
18-12. Service of 30-18.
Good judgment. A couple more points right now for Ginting, and this could really become about nerves. Which player can hold their nerve? Wide. Oh, indeed, it is a couple more points. There's only 2 points in it now.
16-18.
Oh, it's gone wide.
Service of 19-16.
Gain point opportunities to send this to a decider.
Service of 70-20.
Yeah, all about angle rather than power. I suspect he should have concentrated on that a little earlier, as he missed with a number of his power smashes, Anthony Ginting.
Break.
Still a game point opportunity for Christie. Well played by Anthony Ginting.
18-20.
Well. 3 game points have come and gone. Just one more remains. Oh my goodness. Second game gifted on a service error from Anthony Ginting. One game all, 21-19. That second game. 40 minutes into the match and it's all level. One game apiece.
Twenty seconds. Final game. Level. Play.
So third and deciding game. As men's singles final here at the Korean Open.
One love. Service of 1-all.
I think an awful lot of the outcome of this is going to be dependent on Anthony Ginting, because if he finds the range with his attacking play and with his net shots, then it's his match for the taking. But in that second game, he lost his range and through a very bad patch. Yeah, there's another example.
Service of 2-1. Service of 2-all.
A nice idea, the cross-court block. timed it properly. Think about the drift.
Service 3-all.
Oh, it's quick coming forward. Yeah. Oh, it's a very exciting time for Indonesian badminton fans to have these two youngsters coming through in world terms. Oh, that's just threaded down the line. Great control.
5-3. 6-3.
Well, the players have been telling me that the drift on the outside courts earlier on in the tournament was even worse than on this centre court. That's a good clear. What a good rally. Oh, to believe it! Superb! Well, there's no lack of commitment, is there? The angle there, Jonatan Christie did awfully well to get the first one back. Full stretch a couple of times. Jonatan Christie not happy with the court attendance work there. Feels it's still a little bit slippery. Long. Oh dear me. That's his second service error.
5-8.
The first was on game point in the second game. constructed the rally well.
7-9. Service over. 10-7.
Great net shot. And it means that Anthony Ginting has the advantage at the change of ends, a 4-point advantage. Look at this. Hits the top of the tape, trickles over. Away from his first ever international tournament title.
20 seconds.
And it's a super series. No, he mustn't get ahead of himself. He can't think like that. The old cliche of 1 point at a time is very, very true.
11-7. Play. Service over. 8-11.
Oh, it's just wide. Oh, it was pure instinctive defence there from Christie. Yeah, look at that. Very nearly made it too.
Service over. 9-12.
And once again it was desperation defence from Jonatan Christie, down on his knees, but he was out of position, and therefore the advantage and the opportunity with Ginting, that was the one that did the damage. Well, it's only a 4-point cushion.
Service over. 10-13.
I said yesterday how good his net play was. Yeah, it's cruel for Christie because I don't know how many times his opponent has found the net court. Cruel for Christie, but you've got to congratulate Ginting because the players practice to be able to hit these tight net shots, if not net cords. Well, that one was loose. It got what it deserved.
Service 11-14.
Yeah, it was a slip. He lunged forward. And that's why he couldn't control the net shot. Oh, that's sweet. Didn't panic. Calmly playing the shuttle into the open space.
15-11.
Yeah, it was desperately short-lived, wasn't it? Oh, this time the net ball from Christie. To be a very, very important point. Opportunities on both sides to put that away. Super angle. Now, if you're going to go for a line, it's better to go that side as far as Ginting is concerned, because that shot going against the drift, more likely to stay in. And indeed it did. Be a costly error. Anthony Ginting just 3 points away from his first ever title in international badminton. singles.
Sinisuka Ginting, 18.
Missed it. Agonising close as far as Ginting is concerned. No question, it was wide. It's long. And now just 1 point the deficit.
17, 18. Play.
Oh, it's gone long. And on a run of 4 straight points, Jonatan Christie back level. 1 game all, 18 all. Jonatan Christie, who is just 2 points away from rewriting the record books and becoming the youngest ever winner of a Super Series men's singles title. Well, he looked down and out, didn't he, at 14-18. 5 straight points. Oh, my goodness. Nerves are jangling. Who's got the nerve? Who's got the character? Superb record from Jonatan Ginting, and it is he who has the match point opportunity. What a deciding game. The dive from Christie, unable to retrieve the acute angle. Opportunity for Sinisuka Ginting. Ooh, a little bit of discrepancy there as to whether the shuttle should be changed or not. Ginting agrees. After the umpire says yes, change it. his own side. So it means it's 20 all, extra points required until it's a clear 2-point winning margin. Goodness, huge defence. The courage of the attacking play from Ginting. And that courage means, look at that defence. How on earth did he get that back? But the attacking play means that Ginting has a second opportunity to take his first ever title in international badminton. Ridiculous. The umpire's going to have a word with them both and say don't delay them. The fans are noisy, it's match point. And it's just delayed proceedings a little further and just killed all the tension. He's done it. Sinisuka Ginting in his first ever international tournament final wins his first ever title, and he's done it at a Super Series. Would you believe it? What a moment for the 20-year-old. Well, what a thrilling deciding game, and great sportsmanship between the two men as we watch that final rally again. I can tell you the two men embraced. A new star is born in Sinisuka Ginting. The moment of victory. Winner of the Korean Open Super Series title. 21-13, 19-21, 22-20 in the deciding game in an hour and 9 minutes. Well, what a thrilling final. An Indonesian player wins the men's singles here at the Korean Open for the first time in 22 years. Only the second time in history that two players from Indonesia have contested the Super Series final. First time was at the Indonesian Open in 2008. Of course, they've had many winners in the interim period, but the two players from the same nation, both from Indonesia, competing against each other in the final. Only the second time Indonesian players have achieved that.
Ladies and gentlemen, now we will have a award ceremony for men's singles match.
배드민턴 컨트롤시연은 대한배드민턴협회 양경석 부회장님께서 트로피시연은 대한배드민턴협회 조원균 심판위원장께서 상금 보조수연은 미터 IMB 한종희 사장님께서 해주시겠습니다.
Mr. Yang Young-suk, Chairman of Organizing Committee of Victor Korea Open. Mr. Cho Won-gyu, Chairman of Technical Officials Committee of Badminton Korea Association. Mr. Han Dong-hee, Chairman of Victor IMB, will help us with presenting awards.
인선 선수 입장!
Welcome players.
자, 지금 입장하고 있는 두 선수에게 축하와 박수 부탁드리겠습니다.
So the prize presentation for the men's singles.
준승, 인도네시아의 조나단 크리스티.
Runner-up, Jonatan Christie, Indonesia.
Well, at 20 years of age and 2 days, the opportunity has come and gone to be the youngest ever winner of a men's singles Super Series title. That record still remains with Kento Momota of Japan. Who's to say he doesn't win next week, though, in the Japan Open, and then he would still become the youngest ever winner. It'd be a tall order because he's just won gold at the Southeast Asian Games and 2 consecutive tournaments, 2 consecutive finals. He'll make it through to a final in Japan as well. Would be asking a lot, but what a performance this week from Jonatan Christie. Anthony Sinisuka Ginting, a first ever title, and he's done it at the elite tier of tournaments, the Super Series, here in Seoul at the Victor Korean Open. Well, after beating the world #1 yesterday in the semi-final and beating him in 3 games, he's continued that good form. And a first ever title, yes, a big sigh of relief as well as elation for Ginting. So what a thrilling men's singles final that turned out to be. Next up is women's singles, and it's a repeat of the World Championship final, and what a thriller that was in Glasgow just last month. The two players, both medalists at last year's World Olympic Games. The silver medalist Pusala Venkata against Nozomi Okuhara, the bronze medalist. So the gold and silver medalists from the World Championships contesting this final. Now there's going to be quite a few changes after this week in Seoul. Akane Yamaguchi, currently at 3, will swap places with Sung-ji Hyun at number 2. Carolina Marin will go down a couple of places to number 6. Now it all depends on the result of today's final as to whether Pusala or Okuhara go up to number 4 and which player is at number 5. So obviously if Okuhara were to win, she'll go up to 4 and Pusala will remain at 5. If Pusala wins, she'll go up to 4. As far as the draw is concerned, from quarter-final stage, we had 6 different nations and 6 of the 7 seeds that started the event. In the bottom half of the draw, it was an all-Japanese affair. In fact, it was a repeat of the Australian Open final. Australian Open final, of course, was won by Nozomi Okuhara, who then went on to win the world title. So Nozomi Okuhara against PV Sindhu, a repeat of the World Championship final, but it means that Okuhara is on a 14-match winning streak, having won her last 2 titles. Last 2 tournaments, I should say. Well, there's quite a height difference between the 2 players. Well, the Indian fans there. And Pusala Venkata is a huge star